This is Bilbao, the de facto capital of Spain's Basque region. It was once a fairly grimy industrial city, but all that changed in 1991 when the Basque government struck a deal to build a new Guggenheim Museum. The museum, part of a wider revitalisation effort, has helped transform Bilbao into one of the world's most creative and exciting cities, and led to it being designated a UNESCO City of Design in 2014 and named as European City of the Year in 2018. It also has some of the best food in the world, so I hopped on an aeroplane and went to check it out. The airport is just a 12-minute taxi ride from the city centre, but I got the bus, which runs every 15 minutes and takes 20 minutes. We stayed a little out of the centre at Hotel Bed for You, but enough about that. Let's check out the city. The Frank Gehry-designed Guggenheim Museum Bilbao opened in 1997 and is considered one of the most important architectural works of the last 50 years. Whilst it cost $89 million, the museum has been so popular that the regional council believes the taxes raised from tourism in the first 3 years it was open more than paid for the construction costs. The museum displays works by many of the greats of modern art, including Mark Rothko, Jeff Koons, Gilbert and George, Andy Warhol and Roy Lichtenstein. By coincidence, the morning we visited was also the opening day of an exhibition by the Japanese artist Yoshitomo Nara, which was absolutely incredible. So that's my favourite art gallery I've ever been to. Absolutely loved it. Just a really lovely selection of exhibits. I like that even though you have to pay for it, once you're in, everything's free, so there's no paying for exhibitions at home. But on the other hand, at home a lot of art galleries are publicly funded are free, and this wasn't. A really good selection of stuff. I like modern art, I like things that are a bit immersive and you can go inside and enjoy, make you feel something. I don't know a lot about art, but I like seeing it. Even if you don't go into the Guggenheim, there's lots of stuff out here in the sort of sculpture part bit outside that are free to enjoy, so you can just have a little wander around and see all that sort of stuff. But well worth doing. Really, really good value, I think. We've been in there, we got in there about 10, and it's now, we just left the building at 1:45, so a lot to do, a lot to see, and yeah, fantastic. We're here in Bilbao for 4 days, and I'm very excited because it's the first time myself and my wife Bev have been away, just the two of us, in 8 years.
Couldn't find any 26-year-old girls to go with you then?
Brilliant. As brilliant as Guggenheim was, we spent a lot of time in Bilbao without eating Pinchos or any other of the amazing food. So we're going to go meet my friend Assad, who lives in Barcelona. He's out here at the minute as well. His friend Chun, get some grub. You Bilbao Ultras?
Yes, I used to leave him at home. I've seen him too much.
Let's get on to the main reason I wanted to come to Bilbao. Pinchos! Pinchos are a typical snack of the Basque country and usually involve a bit of bread with one or more ingredients on top, all held together with a toothpick. In my opinion, they're the greatest bar snack on earth. I made a video last year where I ate in every Pincho bar on Barcelona's famous Carrer de Blai, the Pincho Street. But this trip was my first chance to sample the authentic Basque versions. After a few warm-up Pinchos, we walked to La Ribera Market, recognised by the Guinness Book of Records as the largest covered food market in the world. Since 2015, it's also had a glorious food court where we spent a couple of hours smashing Pincho after Pincho. The rest of the day was spent eating, drinking, exploring and catching up with friends. Loved it. Hey, I'm just interrupting swimming 600 laps to talk to you about getting hench and looking awesome by the pool. Did you know that low muscle mass and weight gain are just two of the symptoms of low testosterone? 25% of men over the age of 30 are affected by low testosterone, as it drops 1 to 2% every year. But luckily, my chums at Manual are here to help. After starting testosterone treatment with Manual, patients reported an 86% improvement in their strength in just 6 months. That's huge! Manual is the UK's biggest and most trusted low testosterone clinic with world-class expertise and doctors. They're so good that 90% of Manual's patients reported improvements in symptoms within 3 months. I should say, my low muscle mass and weight gain isn't because of low testosterone. It's because I'm lazy and I eat too much. Yours might be though. To find out if it is, grab a 45% discount on your first Manual at-home testosterone blood test kit. Just click the link below or use the code Robbie45 at checkout. Start improving your testosterone today. Right, that's one lap done. $5.99 to go. The weather forecast has been for rain for like at least a week. So I packed my rain jacket, but Bev didn't pack a rain jacket, so guess who now doesn't have a rain jacket? You nice and dry there, Bev?
Hold on, let me just... Yeah, thanks.
I was led to believe that the rain in Spain fell mainly on the plain. I'm not really sure what a plain is, but I can't see any here. And there's lots of rain. We're going to go and check out a funicular. The main reason being, funicular is one of my favourite words. So we're at the top of the funicular. We didn't really think what would be at the top of the funicular, didn't plan that far ahead. I imagine we're going to get a lovely little viewpoint if we walk up a little bit further. Actually, there already is. Lovely views down here. You can see the Guggenheim and you can see Atletico's Bilbao Stadium. It's quite a compact city, I think, because of the fact it's in a valley, but I think it stretches out along the valley, but the very centre of it, it's quite easy to walk around. We got a metro train type thing when we got here, and we got another one this morning just to get through because it was raining. But generally, if you like a walk, you don't have to do that much metroing. I think you can get around quite a lot of it on foot or funicular. Love a funicular. It was time to sample another local delicacy, chicory. Chicory is a traditional, lightly sparkling white wine. It's generally highly acidic and low in alcohol and is often drunk as an aperitif. It won't keep, so it's normally consumed within a year of bottling. Big fan of that wine. One of my favourite wine styles is Vinho Verde from Portugal. That's sort of nice, fresh, youthful stuff, and it tastes a bit like that. Lots of like, I don't know, right appley tastes, I guess. I'm not a wine expert, just a keen amateur. Now we're going to get the funicular back down and we're going to go to some restaurant that Assad booked over a month ago, which I've got high hopes for. La Tasca di Azzocchi offers lots of great food, but it specialises in its dry-aged beef, which you order by weight. They then take it away and cook it for you, but you also get a hot stone if you want to give it a few extra seconds of searing. The wine was lovely too. Highly recommended. That was unbelievable food. I've had to come outside to go for a walk because I'm so full and the alternative was to be sick at the table. Yeah, really good stuff. People say how good the Basque cooking is, and it really is. We had like a cod salad thing to start, it was amazing. Beef, a main, also amazing. There's lots of cows in the hills above here. And then a cheesecake that was one of the biggest portions I've ever had, and Bev said it's probably the best cheesecake she's ever eaten. I don't know, but it was class. Yeah, quite like a throw up though. After digestive, we went in search of Bilbao Bando railway station, not to get a train, but to look at its famous stained glass window. We then walked back into the old town and had a look round the cathedral. So for your €8, you get this that tells you all about things as you go around. Although I'll be totally honest, it's quite boring. Cathedral review, Bev.
Smaller than I would like, and I would say probably not the most impressive, but pretty from the outside. So
I didn't think the Jesus was hench enough.
I didn't see Jesus.
Not a classic of the Cathedral game, and regular viewers will know that despite me not being remotely religious, cathedrals make up a remarkably large amount of the content on this channel, particularly I'm travelling around. So I like a cathedral. I like a Jesus that is absolutely ripped. Like, you get that a lot in Spain, really muscular Jesuses. None of these, I think, have been hitting the gym hard enough. So, not a classic for me, but if you're into your cathedrals and that, have a look around. I like an old building and stuff, but my favourite type of architecture is old industrial stuff, to be honest. I like a good bridge and that. And here, Bilbao is home to the world's first transporter bridge. It's called Puente Colgante, and it was built in 1883, and it would take traffic and people across silently by this little suspended gondola thing hanging underneath it. But it's still operational today. It looks class. Bev, you can either go in the little gondola below or you can walk across the top. Which one would you like to do?
Absolutely not walking across the top, thank you very much. I'm going on the bottom. Thank you.
So Assad and Chun have walked over the bridge. You can pay €10 to go over it, or 55 cents if you just want to go across in the gondola, which I think is pretty good value. I'm sure that'd be a good few quid if we had a transport bridge at home. Do we have a transport bridge? I think there's one up north, isn't there? Anyway, we stopped for a little coffee here while we wait for them. And every single cafe you go into has got this just awesome little pincho-y bar snacks things everywhere. You'd never really need to go to restaurants. You can just stop anywhere and get lovely food ready-made. I just looked out, there's actually 8 working transporter bridges in the world, and 3 of them are in the UK. Warrington, Middlesbrough, Newport. So, leading the world in old transporter bridges. We walked along the coast to a place called Algorta, which has some beautiful old bars and restaurants. I like a Spanish square. We had a lovely time at Café La Plaza in San Nicolas Plaza. It had fabulous patatas bravas and lightly battered treats. It's well worth visiting if you want a break from the city centre and leads into a beautiful walking route. We finally got a little bit of sun here after several days of clouds and at times of rain. I feel like we've earned it, so we're going for a little hill walk with the beautiful coast behind us. See what we can see. It's developing into a lovely afternoon. Just sat here in this bay in the estuary in the edge of Bilbao. I'm just thinking how lucky we are. Like, throughout most of human life, people couldn't really travel much beyond where they lived. And now we've got this ability. Just most people can afford. Most people in the UK can afford to go to different countries in Europe occasionally for not that much money and experience different cultures and different ways of life and just sit in a nice place you've never been to before and have a lovely time. I'm really grateful for that. It's been nice hanging out with Bev, just us for the first time in years. Yeah, life's good.